What do you think of the, there's kind of, because, things went so far like left wing or whatever in the last little while, right? And then it feels like there's such a big reaction the other way. Like, what do you think of all the guys who are into like no fap and like trad wives and all that sort of stuff? Like, do you think that the jerking off's bad and shit like that?
I've never seen. So the only people that I've seen that have ever benefited from no fap are pathological fappers. Like if
like
you're jacking
it, I guess Muhammad Ali, that was his thing. He leading up to fights.
Semen retention.
Well, someone called in with that one too.
Semen retention.
They go, what do you think about semen retention? I go,
and then you just go like this.
They were asking. He asked me. He goes, "What do you think about like I'm trying to do semen retention?" I'm like, "Yeah, I tried that once. I got 4 days, maybe. I think my max is 4 days."
I don't know, man. So that for me, these people talk about the fucking levitation and girls are going to be able to smell your pheromones and all this stuff. If you go deep down...
they say that there's girls like you more if they can smell a lot of semen in
irresistible.
your body.
Yeah, dude, go...
It's coming out your pores.
Dude, if you want some cool shit to react to, just go deep into the NoFap archives on Reddit and you will find wild stories. Yeah. So, but that being said, if you're fapping it more than twice a day, every day, like 3 or 4 times a day, plus time to find whatever video it is, which takes longer than the fap, and then the time to clean
like a part-time job.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It doesn't surprise me that people, I'm so productive. It's like, yeah, fucking no surprise, you've just freed up 2 hours of your day. Who's shocked by this?
Yeah. That's the other thing about the girl thing too, is to take and kill all your time. Yeah,
precisely. So the NoFap thing, I'm not really too sure. What was the other one?
Porn and OnlyFans, stuff like that. I mean, we talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. Porn, for some people, you can definitely get a behavioral addiction to porn. And I've had guys message me, and I'm sure there's guys that follow you guys too that, have problems with porn.
Yeah, people comment that sometimes.
Serious, problems with it. I don't really know how you fix that. But I
almost feel like it's cold turkey.
You think?
I mean, if you can, obviously saying to quit an addiction via cold turkey is like the hardest.
Easy when you're not the guy that's got to do it. Yeah.
Exactly, but it's one of those things where I remember I had a friend who smoked, and then his idea for quitting smoking was, I'm just going to smoke less. And I'm like, no, you're a smoker, or you're not a smoker. Like I don't think you're just going to do this by like not.
You're a fapper or you're not a fapper?
I do think people are capable of being like, I'll only smoke when I drink, and then following that.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen lots of times.
But I've seen a million people at the same time who quit smoking.
I guess I'm drinking more.
And then exactly. They're either drinking more or you're like, oh, I'll just buy a pack of smokes when I'm out drinking, and then the next day they're like, it's noon and they're smoking. They go, I guess I smoke again, and like
that's true, because when you're hungover,
your defenses are low.
And
same with when you're drinking.
That's why it's impossible to eat healthy after you like went hard the night before.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But it's easier if you wake up and then you run or something like that. Then you get some of your defenses back a little bit.
Yeah, running away from your dark thoughts and the fucking dominoes. Yeah, so I don't know, man. The porn thing's an interesting one, but I'm glad, like, of all of the different vices that everybody could struggle with, I wouldn't really wish porn addiction on anybody because it's so easy, it's so accessible, and it's the sort of thing that you're just going to slip back in whenever you're bored or whenever you're on your own.
Yeah, you know what? It is like, for some people, it's like, okay, I fucking got to crank one out. Because, you know what I mean? Because it's like almost bugging you or whatever.
Yes.
But it shouldn't be something that you like look forward to, probably.
That's the stage that I think
girls are like
you want to get to.
I think a lot of people with COVID too got really screwed over because of
right.
Remember there
working
was,
from home.
You probably know Mitchell and Webb.
Yes.
Right. So Mitchell and Webb, they're like Peep Show, the guys from Peep Show, but they had their Mitchell and Webb show, and I remember seeing this one sketch, and it was these two guys who worked at home, and they're like, so how do you like deal with all the wanking? Like, and it's because, and the whole conversation is how they're like, they both work at home now, and all they do is just jack off
pathologically fapping.
Well, they're like, yeah, I'm sitting in front of a computer by myself now all day.
Didn't that guy from the New York Times? He just did it while he was on his Zoom call?
Jeffrey Toobin on CNN.
Danny said he used to jerk off at the library at university.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, you did.
I used to jerk off at the library at university.
Yeah, you said you whacked up at Guelph University Library. You said it here. It wasn't even something.
I mean, maybe I have in the past.
Maybe you were like bragging.
I wasn't like a thing I was doing.
Maybe it wasn't true. You were doing it to brag. Someone like, I jerked off there, and he goes, I've fucking jerked.
I mean, I'm fucking Johnny Cash.
What's the weirdest place that you've ever jerked off, Ryan?
I would say the funniest is jerking off like while you're with a girl and she's in the bathroom, like cranking one out.
Seeing if you can get it done in between.
Yeah. And almost I remember being, almost weaponizing sex a little bit where, you know what I mean? She was kind of this and that, but you knew you'd want to have sex. So you're like, you crank one out so you can hold your ground.
Oh, that's fucking smart.
Oh yeah.
Well, why wait until she gets there?
No. You were already fighting or whatever.
Oh,
you know
right,
what I mean?
okay.
You get in
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
and then she
yeah.
goes to the bathroom, and you're like, I'm losing my steam. And then because you know
You're gonna have a fury wank.
I'm not going to be able to hold strong because she'll be like, won't have sex, and then you're going to have. And so then you crank one out quickly while she goes to the bathroom, and then she sort of comes back, and then you're like, and another thing.
You've just got this iron steel will as she comes back. She doesn't realize it's because you've just cranked one out.
Steel will and the opposite of steel penis.
Willy.
Fellas, thank you for watching that clip. Now, if you want to support this podcast, an easy way to do it is patreon.com/the Boyscast. There's a new episode every week, only 5 bones, and we got tons of episodes there already. So support the dogs.
Support the dogs. I've been Bowen Yang.